Hey guys, and welcome to my channel and the first video on this channel and part 1 of my FIFA 23 manager career mode. It's been a while since I've played a FIFA game. The last one I played was FIFA 18 and I'm pretty keen to get into FIFA 23. But before we actually get into starting the career manager mode, I have to set my difficulty. It's been a while since I played these, so the difficulty does increase over the years and I need to find where I'm at. And the game gives you that when you start. Before you do anything, it basically makes you play this first game between PSG and Liverpool. I'll be playing as PSG against my team, Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool fan. And we're going to have to see, I guess, where we come out at the end of this game and what the game suggests I should play this game at. As far as the difficulty goes. I know there's other people out there who might play this at a much higher level than what I'm capable of. I haven't played in a long time, and it's really not about showcasing the skill level I can play the game on. It's more about just the story and making it challenging for myself and having some fun. There's no point in boosting your ego by playing it on the top level if you're getting pumped 8-0 every game. So we'll see what happens here and what we come out with. First thing I noticed, no Martin Tyler on the commentary. I don't know if there's an option to turn that back on, but I noticed that he's no longer in the game. So we start out, first I noticed I have all these little, I guess the indicators. I don't like that stuff. I like to have as minimal amount of little bits and pieces on my control. Yeah, I don't like all these little buttons all showing up, but I guess for the beginning, they're going to show up and we get the first goal straight away, 6 minutes straight off the kickoff basically, and 1-0 already. And the game says that, it's going to start you off on a very basic level and then it'll increase the difficulty as it determines that you're obviously clearly too good for the difficulty that it's set at. And as you see, like straight away I get another goal pretty much in the same time that it took me to get the first goal. So 6 minutes for the first goal, now it's another 6 minutes for the second goal. Mbappe has 2, and straight off this one I think we're going to go straight through from the keeper here. And you can see the AI, they're just kind of like trundling around, not even trying to, like that guy's not sprinting to catch me or anything, and it's just walking it in basically. So at least I'm not having to fight, because that wouldn't be good, because then I'm obviously not that good at it. But it just takes a few, when you're playing these new versions, it takes a little bit of a minute for you to just get the feel of it. But soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, is the same thing. And if you know what you're doing and you've played these games a lot, you're going to pretty much pick it up pretty quickly. It's business as usual usually, and then you just kind of figure out the nuances of how the game works as you go into play. And it's a hat-trick already for Mbappe in the 42nd minute, 5-0. Moving on to the second half here, and I noticed straight away that the game had increased its difficulty. It wasn't as easy to walk through the defense. The keeper was starting to make some saves. The defenders were actually starting to lay some challenges. But still, even then, that looks like that should have been a foul. Got away with that one. Got another counter attack here, and Mbappe's quick, but even then, those guys weren't really chasing him down too hard. They were kind of stutter stepping, letting him get away. So 6-0 already in the 60th minute. That's a goal every 10 minutes on a 3-minute half setting. So pretty much it's just grab the ball and go and score. But like I said, it was getting harder, and even the CPU, the AI, was making some attacks, having some shots on goal. But in the end of it, it was a pretty comfortable victory. But it was only that game where we're just trying to set where we're at, and the game kind of understanding what your level is. And the game determined that I should be playing it on professional, which is one level below world class, and so we're going to run with that for the first part of this manager career mode. And I think what I'm going to do is I have a plan in mind of what I'm going to do and who I'm going to choose, and knowing the competition that we're going to be playing in, this is the manager I'm building here. So my name, Jacob Barkovic, and my country, Australia. And I'm going to run with that difficulty until, you know, I basically win some major tournaments. And if I find that it's getting too easy then that I can win a tournament with the team that I got, then I'll up the difficulty and push it up to world class. But for now, it's just about having a bit of fun, getting into the game. We got our manager made and going with an authentic club. Maybe we'll try the create your club thing at a later stage, but I'm actually going to do this, which I found another guy, his video basically said to make it interesting, because usually I would just go A-League, Adelaide United, because I'm from Adelaide, and then I'd just play my way from there and move through it. But I decided, because I'm part Croatian, that I would go and to the Balkan region. And in the video that I watched, he suggested that you take the Romanian league and you sub out some of the weaker teams and you put in these rest of the world teams. So your Panathinaikos, you know, Hajduk Split, Dinamo Zagreb, Shakhtar Donetsk, Sparta Praha, you know, all these guys from like the Czech league, the Greek league, the Croatian league. I even got in there like a Finn team, Helsinki. So it's not technically a Balkan league, but it's, you know, mostly Balkan teams. So we chose Dinamo Zagreb, being that I'm part Croatian, and I thought I'd choose a Croatian team. And we're just going to go through and build a new stadium for them. I've upgraded it from the Dinamo Zagreb current stadium, which is something that apparently is a bit of a debacle of why they haven't built a new stadium. We're going with the all blue to make it look nice and color coded towards, you know, what the colors of the team are. We've got kind of like the similar amount of capacity that the current stadium has, just a little bit more. Going to go with the blue net to match, just make it look a bit spiffy. And then, yeah, so 3-minute halves. We've got the professional setting, 3-minute halves, because we've got a lot of games to play. So let's just get through it. Euros. We've got all the competitions available for us to qualify for. Transfer window before available. Negotiations are set to strict. We want to make it a little bit hard for us, and no financial takeover, because I don't want this like surplus cash sitting there for me to just start spending straight away.
Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
So that's us. That's me, Jacob Barkovic. We are the new manager for Dinamo Zagreb, and the first thing we got to do is get into this pre-season tournament, and I went for the one that provided the most cash and the most challenge to really see where our team is. And as far as we go with formations, I like to run 3 defenders, 2 center defensive midfielders, center attacker, a couple of wingers, and 2 strikers. So that's what we're going to run with first. And then I just go through, normally when I play these games, I just find all the players that I like, the best players, and just reorder and shuffle the roster to get the best team on the park, basically, and the best team on the bench. I like to run with free forming and a lot of counter attacking, and overload with attack, getting a lot of people in the box so we can score more goals. One of the things I like to do in all the games that I've ever played is go in and hit up the free agents in the transfer market and try and get some young blood into the team. So 19 to 25 year olds, and I just search all over the free agents market to see what's out there, because there's no transfer fee. So you've got this guy here, like, look, his athleticism is phenomenal. This Qatari guy, Madibo, and I just look for really athleticism the most part, and scout them, because we can develop the other things like the skills and everything. So if they're already fast and strong and everything, that's a really good bonus straight off. Goalkeepers, they are gold mines, especially if you get them off free agents and like scouting, like youth, because you can basically take a keeper that's average or young and not that great, but then you can develop them, and then later on you sell them for a massive profit, just by developing them in the training programs that you can do. Then we just go through and we just find all the best players that we can throughout the free agents. I don't need to spend any transfer fee money. It's all just salary based stuff. So we're just going to scout all these guys and see what we got there and see who we want to sign. Then we send out our scout, and being that I'm Australian, I'm going to send him over to Australia to see what we can find down there, and maybe bring some guys over to play in Croatia. So now it's time for our first game against Werder Bremen, the German side. So this would be a pretty good challenge. Like, both teams are pretty evenly matched, I'd say. Dinamo Zagreb being pretty much the premier team in Croatia, and Werder Bremen being a pretty solid team in German football. So this will be a good test. And we are running our full team. So this is how this went. And I see got the focus areas stuff up here. I had a bit of trouble when I first started playing the game, figuring out how to turn that off, because I don't need all that stuff, and it's actually a little bit annoying to have this little box up in the corner. So you will see that disappear after a few games, because I eventually figured out how to turn it off. But here we go. Only 5 minutes in, we got ourselves a little bit of an attack here, and well defended by Werder Bremen. But good to see what our team's about, that we can get some speed up the wing there, that formation's going to work for me. And here we are again. Ivanushets, and that cross is not quite where we want it to be. And good to see that it's challenging enough that we can get some kind of attack on goal. But big howling mistake here in defense, turning the ball over and turning it over again. And Livakovic makes the save. Luckily, that wasn't good. That was a bit sloppy in defense there. We gave it up a number of times. That's a good little move there. Ristovski, just getting around the play. He's made a great run up here down the sideline and getting the ball in. And once again, just no one there. Probably the cross wasn't deep enough there. But J-Trilla now. Ivanushets over to Drmic, and the save was required. That was on target. So promising signs. Got a little bit of attack. Got some good movement. That was straight at the keeper. So yeah, either side he might have actually scored there. And here we are again. If this is Stage or Stage. And letting that guy off the hook all by himself. Defense again, turning it over. Burke, and he scored. Beats Livakovic, and Bremen score 1-0. That was no good. Already a problem. Can see straight away the defense turning the ball over every time they go down. These little dink passes, playing around with it, mucking around with it in defense, and got punished. So the first mark on my manager career is that we concede a goal. Into the second half now, and it's a good ball in, but it's just a little bit too close to the keeper, and once again, just not in the right spot. Not where we want it to be to even challenge the keeper, but turn it over there. And going to come again. J-Trilla. And J-Trilla, I don't know if they're brothers, the two defenders there, but they got the same surname, and that looked like a foul. Ivanushets. And can we... off the line. The defender. That surely should have been a goal. What is he doing? Anywhere else, again. Just straight at the defender. 90th minute, we need to get something happening here, and unfortunately that's the end of the game, and we've lost. 1-0. It is only a friendly, technically, just a pre-season competition match, but not bad. I'm not gonna cry over that one. There's some work to be done in the defense, obviously, with the way I'm playing around with it too much in defense and just not getting it out of there, and we were punished for that. But outside that could have been easily a win for us or a draw. We had some opportunities there where we could have scored, so good signs early, and hopefully we can take that into the season. Time to check our emails now. There's some initial stuff that, stuff I've actioned, just let me know that it's done it, but we got some commercial targets we got to look at. Financial gain, 10 million euros earnings from shirt sales, and within 2 seasons increased the club worth by 30%. And domestic success, Super League win the title and the cup. Youth development, sign 2 players in your youth academy assigned to a defender position. Sign at least 3 players younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in the same position. Settle down. Within 2 seasons, have at least 3 players from the youth academy signed in the first season. Play at least 30% of the games for the next season. Okay, we'll just see how we go with that. Domestic success, we did that already. Continental success, we're not in any competitions like the Champions League or anything, so there's nothing there. Brand exposure, get a streak of 7 games with at least 1 goal scored in an away matches this season, so that's something we could work on. Blah blah blah, just a bunch of other drivel from the emails. Now we're going into our youth academy, and this is where we got to look at, basically I just look at potential. I look at what their overall could be going forward, and I'm looking for like 70s to 80s, 80s to 90s. When you start looking at like low 60s, that's when you kind of go, is it even worth holding on to this guy? And I like this thing. This wasn't in a previous version that I've had. Maybe it's in the last 3 or 4 that I've missed, but you can actually go and take each player and maybe focus solely on some of the weaknesses that they have and bring those stats up instead of just like an overall gain in ability. So we've got our scouting report back on some players, and I don't remember doing this one. I think it was just like a general one that was happening before I came in. It was just basically just players from the same league as me, and I don't want to weaken any other team, so we're not going to worry about that. We got an email from Levakovic just saying welcome to the club, and mate, just quiet down, I'm in charge, just let me run things and don't let any goals in. This is the training department, so in between each game you might have to do 2 or 3 sections of these where you're just building up players. It's here, it used to be that you could just develop parts on the players from this stuff, but now it's more about the sharpness and getting them to be like match ready. I found out that you can just do these once, and if you get a high grade, you can then just start simming them, and it will give you the highest grade you've got on that going forward. So I think I'm only going to do these a few times, and then once I've got a high grade on them, then I'll just start simming them, because they do take quite a while to do, and it's quite, I don't know, a bit tedious after a while, and you just want to play the games and you want to move through the seasons, and if you're constantly having to do this just to make your team better, then it's just a bit annoying. So do these for a bit, but you'll stop seeing them because I'll just start simming them. Now we're on to the next game. We're up against Genk from Belgium, and they're a decent side. They're not a bottom team or anything like that. I think Genk are quite up there. They're sort of maybe not Anderlecht or FC Bruges, but they're kind of there, like mid to upper table. So we'll see how we go against them. And once again, got that focus area stuff on there that was really annoying me after a while, but I do switch it off, so it will go away soon. So Lubicic, this is straight off the kickoff, and Petkovic into the box and cleared away from the defender. I find it really good to step around players. It's a lot easier in this game to do if you really want to do it. Orsic here, And he's going to have a shot. And saved by the Genk keeper. Who's like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, how did he just walk straight in there and have a crack? There's me. Come on, mate. Put it anywhere else except straight at the keeper. So, corner. I like these little corner things now where you can actually put some bend on the ball. That wasn't in another one. Like, the way you can do it is pretty cool. And ball in. And a bit too deep. Cleared away. And Genker away. And moving down the field. This is, don't know how to say that guy's name. Pencil. And this is Tresor. And he's made a little run through the middle. And he's got the goal. Livakovic beaten again. And we are behind again. What the hell is going on? This is not how we wanted to start our career. We're supposed to be bouncing back. We're supposed to be proving ourselves here that, you know, that was just a first game jitters maybe. But I think Genk aren't Werder Bremen. And yeah, not good. Not good. He kind of just waltzed in there. Just walked past a few players. So we're going to have to bounce back. Now, J-Trilla. And Drumic now has it. And he's streaking away. He's into the box. Puts the ball across. Cleared away. But that falls to Ademi. Goal! Our first goal in this career mode. And it comes from Ademi. Nice little cross. Deep. And good little head down. And then puts it over to the low to the keeper's right. Through sea of legs there. Those two players. And it's 1-1. And we're back in the game. And I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Now you're doing what I told you to do. Here we go again off the kickoff. Misic. This is second half now. Ademi, the goal scorer. Nice little turn there. And he's going to go for a run. Down the wing. Oh, straight past the defender. Right into the box. Puts the ball here. And it's Drumic. All on his own. And just slams it into the net again. And it's 2-1. And the cartwheel. The double cartwheel. And then the push-up. Don't injure yourself, mate. It's only the pre-season. Just calm down. Nice little run from Ademi. He's having a perler of a game. Stops with the right. Left-footed. Side-footed. Keeper just falls to the ground. Wrong-footed, we'll say. It's got nothing to do with the game. And we're in the lead. And we have 2 goals. And what can we do here? So Genk needs to get back in this. And we've stolen it in midfield here again. Misic. Petkovic. And he's got another ball. Ivanusec. Drumic again. Second goal in a couple of minutes. And it's 3-1. Game has been turned on its head. Genk have gone to sleep. And they've been punished. Keeper couldn't hold on to it. Made the first save. But we had strikers in waiting. And Drumic has 2 goals. Here we go again. Once again, just turning it over in defense like that. Again, just let's get it out of there, guys. Stop playing around with it. Livakovic playing it out at feet. And Ristovski. Misic. Beautiful ball. Ivanusec. Oh, lovely turn. Petkovic. And it's 4-1. Unbelievable. Just a rout forming here. Just walking through them. Beautiful. Great work. Great teamwork. Great build-up. Right from the keeper. And it looks like our wing play is pretty good. We've got some speedy guys out there who are able to make a break. And bit of a calamity in the middle there. And it's Petkovic over the top. Oh, that's Petkovic. Stole it away almost. Caused a very bad situation, but it's not over yet. And it's Drmic now. Petkovic again takes the shot. Misic. Oh, it's volley. Slams it home. And it's 5-1 in the 73rd minute. The substitute scores. And he hit that beautifully. The initial shot was blocked and then bam, volley straight into the corner. Beautifully done. This is a good shot. Look at that. Bit of bend on it. Lovely. More of that, please. Wondering if it's a little bit too easy, but I don't know. You know, we lost the last game, so I guess it depends who you're playing, and maybe these guys aren't that good. Oh. Ball turned over in the midfield again. We're home free here. Spikic. And it's 6-1. And he hurdles the keeper. These guys got to stop scoring goals and then trying to injure themselves. 6-1 in the 84th minute. An absolute demolishing of Genk. And good signs for the season coming up. Because it's probably kind of the level of what our league's going to be at. You know, teams like Genk and Belgian league, those some of those Scandinavian leagues, and I guess that's, you know, where we're aiming to be. So these are good signs. These are teams that we should be competitive with, or at least beating. Oh, again, defense just letting the attacker through, and Livakovic makes the save. Anachu there with the breakaway. And can we get a final goal here? Attack breaks down. And that should be it. And it is. And it's 6-1. Dinamo Zagreb takes the win. And keeps our hopes alive in this pre-season cup. Very well done. Drmic has 2 goals from 2 shots. And everyone got in on the scoring in that game. Final score. Genk 1. Dinamo Zagreb 6. So some of our scouting has come back now. The reports from the guys that we looked at on free agency. Cesar Montes, Madibo, Ward, Riznik, and Sanchez. Sanchez looks pretty decent. And we're going to go and make some offers on these guys. So Sanchez looks solid, 76. He'd be handy to have. And why is he a free agent? But this is what you got to do. You got to get in there and you got to pick these guys up. And this is where you're going to really bolster your team. And because I've searched for these guys and they're not that old, they're still quite young. There's still room to develop, and as you develop them, you know, they increase in value, and yeah, that's more budget for you later on as well if you do decide to get rid of them. But there are these guys lying around on the free agent market, and you just got to be you got to hunt for them. But you know, they're pretty easy to find if you're willing to look for them, and they can, yeah, you can build a whole team around free agents. So he wants a crucial role. And we're going to give him that because he's good enough to start in the first 11. 3 years, that's good. That's what we're trying to aim for. I think 3 years is kind of where we're hoping by then we should be, you know, pushing for a Champions League victory, hopefully. So that's the plan, and see what we can do. And he should be, you know, probably an 80+ player by then. Pretty cheap, $10,000 a week. That's really, really cheap. No transfer fee, and he gets a signing bonus. It's pretty nice. And he'll get some bonuses as well in there for like clean sheets and whatnot. That's a steal. That's an absolute steal, that guy. So happy with that. I think he'll be our best defender right now. And I like this little thing. I haven't seen this before. I don't know if this was in some of the previous ones that have gone in the last few years, but just giving you a rating on how good that deal was. And it's an A+, that one. And we're going to get good value out of this guy. He's going to go straight in to the, great first 11. So yeah, he's straight in there. Compared to what we've got, easily a starter. So we went in and straight away we're going to put him on the bench, and then we're just going to go in and we're going to take out one of the J-Trilla brothers. I'm assuming they're brothers. I'll go check that out and see if they are, but I'm assuming that they would be. And so he's going to start in center defense. Now some of these other guys like this Madibo and Ward, now we're just going to go in, and they're not the best players, but they're good for filling the gaps. There's going to be times when players are worn out, and we just need these guys to kind of bolster the squad, bring the average rating of each player up. So, sort of try and get rid of these like 59 rated players, 52 rated players that you might have, lurking around that you're never going to play. And, we sort of bring these guys in to replace that. They're cheap. They pretty much cost about the same. And, when you do have players go out, then you got a half decent player coming in that can sort of fill the role if you need to. In some of the games where maybe the team that you're playing isn't that strong, and you got maybe a cup match coming up that you need to keep them fresh for. So this is in Australia, and I went through and I just kind of started scouting a lot of Slavic surnamed players, Australians. So a lot of them be Croatian descent, or maybe Serbian descent, or maybe, Slovenian or Bosnian descent. I just kind of went for itches and anything that looked Slavic, and just scouted them, and we'll see if we can put some Australians into our team. This is another training thing. Like I said, I was just showing you that I was doing it, but yeah, eventually I'm just going to start simming these. So we got one more match to go before they progress to the knockouts, and that's against Antwerp. But we made a bit of a mistake. Well, just something didn't save in the game, so I didn't get that game. We actually lost to Antwerp 1-0, who ended up winning or topping the group, and then that knocked us out of the preseason comp. So that's the end of that. But more importantly, we're just going to move on to the actual season, the games that count. So yeah, we got knocked out. I don't know what happened. It was just like a glitch. When I loaded all the captures, it wasn't there. So I apologize for that, but let's move on to the league proper now. And we have, no one's played a game yet. We are going to be playing Panathinaikos in the cup, but that's a bit later. And now it's really just time to go in and fix everything up. They wanted us to change the captain from Novakovic to Ademi, so I did that. Just the board asked me to do it, so I just thought we'll do it. And okay, we'll take here we go for our first press conference. So, what is the mood ahead of your first competitive game? Well, I think pretty good. I think we've got a strong side, and we can be pretty competitive, and I think the answer is going to reflect that. This is a talented group of players, so pretty generic answer, but just telling people what's up. Don't mess with us. We've got it covered. And so the next question is the team good enough to win the league? Whew. It's all about self-belief. Damn right it is. It's all mental. It's 90% mental, 10% physical. So, believe we can do it, then we're going to. Gonna ask me about Orsic. Why are you sticking with Orsic? he'll play through it. He's a professional, and I believe in him and his ability, and he's a crucial part to the team, and he'll come good. Just leave me to it. I know what I'm doing.
Thank you.
Don't ask stupid questions. So we have finally reached our first game, and it's against Sparta Praha, or Sparta Prague, Czech side. Probably one of the two best Czech sides in the Czech league. So this is going to be a challenge. This is really a really good opportunity to see where we're at and how we're going to fare in this league. So we don't want the games to be just complete routes like that Genk game we had. We want it to be competitive, and we want to earn our wins. We don't want to feel like there's just no challenge at all. So hopefully this is a game where we can feel like we're going to get pushed. Team is unchanged. I've pretty much left everyone. The only guy coming in is Sanchez, the defender that we just signed, and he's going to play in center defense. And I think we're going to see some maybe some improvements in our defending, because yeah, it's been a bit lackluster in the last few games. We've been giving the ball up, you know, getting caught in possession in defense, and that's what's basically cost us the goals that we got against Werder Bremen. That was the goal, and that we conceded was because of us toying around with the ball in defense. So let's hope he straightens that up. So off we go. In our first game in the Superliga of this Balkan League, Dinamo Zagreb, Sparta Praha, and oh, come on, mate, it's a bit rough. Just plowed into him there. Not manning up there, but whoa, straight past our new signing, I think that was, and blowing it over the bar. Was it him? It was Sanchez. Come on, mate. No cobwebs. Let's just get straight into it. Moving ahead, 15th minute, and Orsic, nice ball over to Ljubicic, and has to make the save, the keeper, on that one. Beautiful ball over the top. Just need to, like, that's me. I need to, like, some of those shots need to be a little bit more to the left or the right, and you know, the keeper's got no chance. So that's on me. That's my ability there, not scoring those goals. Less straight, a little bit more angle. Corner now, and that's cleared away partially. Orsic. Was that Orsic? No. Still, once again, just those crosses, just a little bit too deep, a little bit too close to the keeper, and he's getting a hold of him. But we turn it over, and Petkovic, and this is Ivanušec, and that was pretty tame shot there along the ground. Keeper easily saving that. And once again, we turn it over, and Orsic again. What are you talking about? He doesn't need to come off. Beautiful ball in. Unfortunately, just not quite long enough. And another shot. Saved from Petkovic. Whoa. Shooting facing the other direction. Second half now, and beautiful ball through to Petkovic. Plays it back, but it's headed away. And the attack fizzles. But here comes Sparta Praha, and oh, bit of a late tackle there by me. And this is Kuchta just kind of ran away from our defenders there, and he's sprayed that one over the bar. But danger signs, you know, it's not a done deal there. We gotta really work on our defending. Here they go again. Pešek. Ball in, and Lovakovic cleans it up. So Harislin cuts it inside nicely, moving through the midfield, and that's up to Kuchta. Playing it over to Hanko. And... oh, beautifully put away. And it's 1-0. Get stuffed. Just kind of let them walk in there. And Sparta Praha have the ascendancy and the lead. Once again, the defense caught napping. Massive amounts of space there. He's just made a beautiful run and into the box. And just a tap in, really. A tap volley in. It was a good goal to watch, not a good goal to experience. Yeah, empty is what he's saying. Karabets gets the goal. And Karabek, I don't know how you want to call that. And here we are in the 78th minute. And once again in defense, just turning it over, trying to pass our way out. Haraslin, Karabets, Kuchta, Livakovic can't grab it. Partially cleared. Peshek, ball in, and Livakovic takes care of that. Throws it out, and it's turned over again. Peshek. He's going alone. And Livakovic saves. Jesus. Haraslin. Our defense is under pressure. Dinamo Zagreb under a lot of pressure here. Karabets. This should be 2. It's saved by Livakovic, but put away by Kuchta. And it's 2-0. Sparta Praha. And get stuffed. Not good signs early on. Getting punished for not capitalizing on our dominance in the first half. And they're kind of just making us look a bit shabby. And that was in the 90th, so only a matter of seconds left now as we drive forward. Tolic trying to make something happen. Can we get a goal back? Defended well from Sparta Praha, and that's it. That's the game. 2-0. Sparta Praha beat us, and we got some work to do on that defense, man. Like, that's not good. Like, they're just walking through, turning the ball over as we're trying to walk it out, pass it out, just not making good decisions. And 5 attempts on goal he had. So Livakovic saving us a little bit there. But that's it for this one, guys. That's going to be our video for today. We've lost our opening match. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the first video on this channel, and going to be doing a lot more FIFA and going to be moving through this. I don't want to be one of these guys who does like 1 video or 2 videos and then stops playing the game. We're just going to keep moving through this and see how deep we can take this career mode. Maybe do some player career mode. I'm going to do some World Cup as well, because we got the World Cup feature on here, so we'll play a bit of that as well, and do some other games as well. Maybe some Formula 1, maybe do some other things, AFL, cricket, whatever. You tell me what you want, and I'll start looking at playing some of these things in the future. Also, wouldn't mind doing the boxing game that's coming out soon, so that's another one we can look at. But for now, we're just going to focus on FIFA and maybe some Formula 1 that'll be coming soon. But going to stick with the FIFA for the time being and just get that on the roll, get some progress with that. So if you're looking forward to that, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Help me out in starting to build this sports gaming channel. It's all sports gaming and career modes. It's the stuff I love to do, and that's what I want to bring to you guys. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video as we continue this Dinamo Zagreb career manager mode and see if we can get a Champions League for the Croatian Juggernauts.
some questions regarding the match. Yeah, no further questions, thanks.